entering the no spitting zone.
Hey, ho, ho, ho. Happy Monday to you.
It's Monday. All day it's
What up,
Monday.
Deeds?
Nada, good morning, Goo. How's it going with you today?
Today's gonna be the day. Is that Oasis? Right
Yeah.
now. Oh, that is Oasis. I don't believe if anybody feels the way I do about you now. So, to answer your question, it's going well. Happy Monday, buddy. It is the day after the Super Bowl, February 9th, 2026. Yeah, man. What's shaking, dude? It's Monday. We're getting stuff rolling. It's gonna be me and you today, buddy. Shooting the breeze with Goo and Deeds. What's crack-a-lacking? How was the Super Bowl?
So low. Oh, the Super Bowl was very it was uneventful, man. The Super Bowl was the Super Bowl. It was not as exciting as the last 5 Bills games by any means. It was very low, starting a low score deal. But it was all right. How was your Super Bowl action?
It was very low key, kind of like what you said. It was probably the most unentertaining actual game that I'd seen in a while. It's a little disappointing, but hey, what are you gonna do? I didn't have a dog in the fight, nor did I care for any of the teams that were in it. I did want to see Mike Vrabel get a ring as opposed to the Seahawks. My team is an NFC West team, so I would not pull for the Seahawks unless somebody I really, 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 really liked on that team, and I don't really have anybody on that squad. So, yeah, man, super boring. Julian fell asleep during the game. Greg said the Oilers lost. Yeah. It was chill. Morning to everybody. We got a bunch of friends popping in. Tyler's in the house. Adam, Callan, Chris, Grace is here. Ryan's in the building. Did I say Grace already? Nick Anderson.
Chris, Callan,
Adam.
Everybody in the club.
Everybody's in the club getting tipsy. Yeah, but they're not getting tipsy. It's Monday morning at,
Monday morning.
30, 6:30, 7:30. So the only kind of tipsy we're getting is off coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get coffee wasted.
Yeah. My daughter last night, I was watching the game. She's like, "What's a Bad Bunny?" It's like, "That's not happening. We're not watching that." Why? What is it? It's like, it's an artist. We had to get into that whole debacle. And did you catch the halftime show or anything like that?
Yeah, I was in and out of the house. We didn't change the channel. I don't even know where I was milling out in and out of the backyard, doing my thing, smoke outside, relax inside. So I was going back and forth. So, what's crazy is in years past, Marisa and I have put out this huge spread. And she's not feeling well right now. So I went to the store yesterday and bought a. Yeah, it's all right. Hopefully she's better this morning. I don't know yet. I haven't seen her. But normally we do this huge spread, meats, cheeses, dips, ribs, and actually we still did quite a decent size spread. It was meats, cheeses, ribs, all that good stuff. But we didn't really put it out until I don't know, game time. And we kind of it was a mellow munchy session yesterday. Wasn't too over the top. It was just Marisa, Julian, Evie, and Julian and one of his buddies and I. So really laid back, very, very nice time. Like I said, I really wish there was a little more action in the game, but what are you going to do?
Right. Definitely not. I'm glad I didn't buy tickets to that one.
So I heard the tickets, the prices were dropping from early in the week to $6,000 all the way down to 4,200 and then 38 or something like that. But that's how that goes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had to deliver Super Bowl tickets a couple of years ago. Somebody was couriering down to New Orleans. So I had to drive from Houston to New Orleans with bottles of wine and then Super Bowl tickets and then deliver them the morning of the Super Bowl. So you can imagine how the traffic and stuff was fun fun to deal with.
Yeah. I live in Phoenix, obviously, Phoenix, Glendale, and we've hosted multiple Super Bowls. Of course, now my dog wants to start barking like crazy downstairs. But I also worked as a ticket broker, which is a fancy name for ticket scalper. Right. And I was a ticket broker for a few years, started in my early teens as a guy who would go up to the ticket booth and buy tickets in advance and then give them to the actual scalper or the broker. And then I worked in office for him for a few years. And that was actually the only office job that I really liked because the atmosphere was constantly changing. But it was cool too because, we'd get big events like the Super Bowl in Phoenix or in Glendale or wherever. And, you have some big high-end clients that you get to know and sell them Super Bowl tickets and stuff like that. It was a really weird gig though, too, because regardless of what I sold, you never made any commission. So that kind of stunk, but he paid decently at the time. So it was always okay. So.
Well, you got a particular set of skills that you use to get tickets and do other events throughout your life.
I have been utilizing those skills. It's not what you know, it's who you know, homeboy. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
My girlfriend's in there. A lot of people's girlfriends are in there.
We'd like to give a shout out to one of our friendly sponsors. Zero is in the building. They pop in to say good morning.
Good morning, Zero.
Chuck D, good morning, Zero. Whoever's on the keyboard, either Kaylee, Justice, one of those cats, Brandon, I don't know. Adam Hogan, waking big. I see you, Adam. I see you. Chuck D in the house. He said he was rooting for DeMarcus Lawrence, who's a former Cowboy. So, well, he got his action in. Frank Rave in the building. Frank's going to be here in the States in less than a week. I think he gets in on Sunday night. So he'll be in Orlando Sunday night, sleep a day or two, get his bearings straight, and then be ready to roll. Trust me, you all are in for a treat when you run into Frank. So Tyler says he had both halftime shows going at the same time. That's kind of cool.
Different. It's multi, Spanish over here, English over here.
Craig says that he and Grace are working on a dinner guide for Orlando, making a list of all possible venues within walking distance for a short drive to the convention center. That way we'll be able to speed up on where it's easier to set up dinner plans with as many as possible. That's dope. Way to go.
Very good.
Ryan Ed O'Connor's got the coffee buzz going. Nick says you guys are awesome. Thank you, brother. You, Nick, are awesome. It's our friends and our peeps that make this show go, make it hum. And seriously, the last few weeks have been really amazing. Deeds, we started this just about a year ago. It was just about a year ago. And it was you and me, buddy, kind of drinking our coffee, reminiscing, talking about what was going on. We wanted to start the show just kind of us visiting and making sure that we were holding ourselves accountable, right? And so far, so good, man. I'm really happy with the way things are going. It's been a lot of fun. What you got there, Deeds?
Well, I used the Sil Brush over the weekend, and I just want to give another shout out to Zero and the Sil Brush. This thing is amazing for French panes. I got the smaller out of the larger, I think the 12-inch instead of the 14, and it fits perfectly right in between the French panes, like the siding and stuff. So anyway, the side brushes and the bottom brush do such an amazing job on the French pane grids. It's amazing. So if you guys are looking to get something sexy in your cart this week, go to the Zero, get the Sil Brush. This is my new favorite. I've been using the Zero boar's hair brush for French panes, but I got a new favorite best friend now. So this is my new go-to. So I'm going to order another one of these in the next couple of weeks just to have on hand. So the Zero Sil Brush, fellas and ladies, get it.
Makes
French fries a breeze.
Get some. Hey, you know what else? I think they're 20% off right now.
Yeah,
20,
and that's
2020.
That goes a long way. Goes a long way, guys. So it's like $40-something bucks. Go get one. Do it. You like it.
John Trotta in the house. Jessica Battle saying good morning. I am not packed for the IWCA yet. I will probably start this week just because the last trip we went on, I feel like I was not the last convention that we went on. I was not prepared. And I want to make sure that I'm organized this time. Like Craig Hensel says, organize, organize, organize. I want to make sure that I get everything dialed in. Thinking about bringing a couple extra things. We're still also planning to do the sticker exchange Thursday morning. I'm guessing around 7:30 is when we'll probably start doing that. And
Keynote starts at 8, I think. So 7:30.
What starts at 8?
I think they have a keynote on Thursday or
On
like
Thursday?
a breakout.
So here's the
Possibly.
deal. We're going to look up and see who the keynote is on Thursday. If they interest us, no, I'm kidding. If they interest us, maybe we'll start a little earlier. But we also, we want to hang out. We're not going to keep anybody. You don't have to stay with us. You go do whatever you want to do. But if you want to come get a yummy cup of coffee, yummy donut, and get some cool stickers, we'll definitely keep you all posted on where it's at. I am finalizing my order today, and it's going to be sent out hopefully today. Yeah, Adam says he's waiting on a package before he can pack. Mellow Mushroom, been wanting some of their pizza.
Good pizza. I suggested. I've had it in Florida a couple times. Very nice. You know what I did? I ordered these also last week, and dummy me didn't realize I needed the pole insert
Oh,
thing.
the black, yeah,
the zero adapter. So I mean, they look good. So I'm like, damn it. And then I'm trying to figure out the fun that is these little squeeze and turn. It's like, damn it, these things are fun. My arthritis.
Yeah.
But, I'm excited to get that tried out, the rubber tip cone, because I'm always, swirling my surgical towel on the top, hoping it sticks. Hopefully the rubber tip gives a little grab you, little how's your father going. But I just had a customer now text it over the screen. They're approving an estimate. I got a window cleaning, gutter blowout, and then a house wash. So yeah, like come over today or tomorrow. Shit, I'll be there today. So I've got myself a nice little package lined up for this afternoon, filling out the schedule. So that was nice.
Right on. I went out this weekend. What did you do this weekend? Saturday,
gutter cleaning, and then just hanging around the house, getting shit done. My wife is getting done with her studio. It's been a year coming up here at the end of this month. So I've been popping in there every once in a while and taking down not drawers, but desks, tables, shelving. At some point between now and the end of the month, I've got to go in there with some spackle, clean up all the holes that we've got in there, and then do some touch-up paints, and hope to God we can get back that security deposit for being good boys and girls. So
good boys and girls.
Yeah.
Well, this weekend, there was a little a coffee get together, supposed to be for window cleaners. It was kind of announced a little bit in the pro window cleaning group, and it was like 50 miles from my house, so I wasn't going to go. I ended up going out there, and I met up with this guy named Jason, and he's a window cleaner, and he's dipping his toes into some production, and he's got some screen cleaner that he is getting ready to produce or has produced, and he's gave me a couple samples, and we visited for a while. So that was nice. It was really nice. We visited for, I don't know, almost 2 hours, kind of getting to know each other. I have yet to try out his screen cleaner. His explanation is it's
anti-static.
Yeah, it's akin to, it's kind of like a Screen Magic, less glossy, more thorough, not a conditioner, but a cleaner. So I'm gonna give it a shot. My house has, I don't know, fucking 40 screens or something ridiculous. So maybe one day this week I'll probably pull a couple of my screens off, see what it looks like, see how it works, and just check the product out for them. See what I think. Let people know it's Dirty Boys, DITRYBOYS. So I'll give that a shout, give that a run. While I was out, I bumped into our homie, Mr. John Magdos. Said what up to him. Yeah, Magdos is actually in the chat somewhere. So I ran into him on Saturday. Did a little exchange. Did a little exchange of some polls and stuff like that, and he picked up a new white one. The white Trad 12 came back out, which is super awesome. Yeah, he had mentioned that he was looking for one. I reached out to Kaylee. She said they were out of production yet. And then I think he reached out to TJ as well. And then TJ hit him up and was like, yo, that white is back in stock. So he was able to order one through TJ, which is amazing. That's what Team Zero is all about, the customer service and the connection between client and sales. They want to go the extra mile for you. So shout out to TJ for hooking up our boy, John Magdos. And just for like little clue for the rest of you guys, if there's something out there that you don't that you're looking to get, put the feelers out there. Find out, when is it coming back? Is it coming back? Stuff like that. So just put it out there.
Yes, sales reps can help. They want to help. They want to.
Yeah, they do. They do. And Jessica said she's waiting on her white Trad in the mail through Zane, and that is outstanding. Zane is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. When I grow up, I want to be just like Zane. He's one of a kind. Yeah, Zane is that guy. As a matter of fact, he called on Thursday. It was great to chat with him for a couple minutes. He's just a delightful person. Yeah, so needed Americamo to come back. Hey, Zero, if you're listening, Tyler's saying he needs that Americamo. I hope you're still listening, Team Zero. So there's the latest and greatest from our buddy Tyler.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Mike is great too. Jessica said Mike Nichols sent a bunch of stuff in the mail this week. And that is exactly the kind of relationships and the friendships that this community is all about. And Magdo said it too. The community is something else. It sure is.
Yeah.
And to touch on kind of what Jessica said too, Mike is when you see people who give back to their community, and it's not all about the numbers of the stuff that you're bringing in. And it's how you affect your community. It's how you treat the people in your community. It's the time that you give back to your community. It's the hey, we're going to go donate time to Kiwanis. It's the hey, we're going to help the elderly. It's the hey, we're going to be mentors to these young kids at a summer camp. That right there, yeah, that right there is the boss type shit that Mike and Zane are known for, and that's what made me want to hang out and learn from dudes like that. So props to those cats. Yeah, good people, good men, good leaders in their community, and men of faith as well, which is another thing that I'm big on. So love those two.
And you'll be seeing them in a week.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to give a big old bear hug, dude. And I have a pair of overalls that I have a couple of pair of overalls that I want to get. I need to get them hemmed up though. They're a little long for me. I need to get them hemmed, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I have some stylish ones, and then I have some. What is that?
These little clips. These are clips. Clip that shit right in the back. Big fat old clips.
I got some dope ass stickies ones, bro, and they just need to be hemmed. But we'll see.
Oh, Mike probably has it too. I bet he sews and does all that. We got these bigger.
There you go.
I'll hold it way up there. But no, I don't think I have a pair of overalls. I don't remember. When I was a kid, I lived south of Buffalo, in like the suburbs, and I moved down to the country. And literally, when I moved from the city kid to the country kid, I wondered if I was going to A, have to learn how to ride a horse, B, have to buy some overalls. And I thought all the kids in my school would be like farmers and stuff, and that wasn't true. Only like 10% were.
Dude, in winters past that I rocked the hell out of them. This season I didn't wear them that much. But then again, I also wasn't out in the field as I was actually, to be honest, the last 2 winters I haven't been out in the field as much as I had in years past. But so yeah. But I should get those hemmed up and take them to the alterations lady today. That would be great. There's something else.
Come back.
No, she's this little I think she's Romanian or some shit, but she's been
so serious.
She's been doing my when my dad passed away, my dad only wore 501 Levi's. That's fucking straight up. That's all he wore.
Gangster,
he probably owned, I don't know, 30, 40 pair of 501s. When he passed, my waist is the only one in the family my waist. My brothers can't fit into his pants. They're a little more square, a little more round, whatever. But I can wear his Levi's. So I inherited from my father a bunch of just great fucking 501s. And so I took them to the lady, and I had a few hemmed up to fit me properly. And then I left a couple of pair OG status, and I do fold them on the bottoms. And I'll tell you, every year after that fall season passes and it finally gets cold and I get to break out that box. I get to break out that box of fucking 501s, bro. I get this emotional feeling. I get happy, like memories of my dad, and like just thinking about it right now gets me emotional. Like it's a weird thing to think that's what kind of reminds you of your pop or whatever. But my dad was in the home service industry as well. He was an AC guy for many, 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 many years, and then he became a contractor and whatnot. But ain't nothing like a fucking fresh pair of or even beat pair of 501s. Yeah, man. That's real shit right there.
Last time I got emotional, cheers to your dad's pants. But last time I got emotional, I was watching the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and that's such we should screen that at the IWCA. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Jason Gulick and Mark, and we'll do a conversation. But no, I'm glad the pants bring a smile to your face, and that's really cool that he left something that you could enjoy wear throughout the decades.
Yeah, and some of them are probably 20 years old, and then some are maybe, he's been gone now for it'll be 6 years in April. But yeah, some of them are probably 7 to 10 years old, and some of them are probably 20 to 25 years old, and those ones are great. So
it's funny. I got a pair of Levi's from high school that I actually got from a buddy, and they're not even my Levi's; they're his. And I know that because he cut in the bottom so he can wear boots. But the funny part is, a couple months ago, I could fit in them. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm in my senior pants again. But I still have no butt. So for all the ladies out there who's got a husband with no butt, how do we get those? Like, where do we order butts to fill in the jeans?
I don't know, but I need one too. Like, my ass is non-existent. Marisa and Julian, they mock and make fun of me because I have no ass. They say it's my
tiny butt. It's
my upper back, or my upper butt, my lower back. So yeah, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. There's something else I wanted to tell you too, and I can't remember. So I went and put on a couple weeks. Yes, it does get cold enough in Arizona that I need to wear pants. A couple months ago, I want to say it was in October or early November. I put in, Grace is telling me I need to do squats. That might help my back out too. A couple of months ago, I put in an estimate and a bid for this lovely, wild home in Northeast Scottsdale. It was approved over the weekend, and it will be the largest ticket I've ever done. And it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. This property has like 200 pieces of glass. Nice. Yeah, 200 panes. Inside out. It's also getting a new roof. So I don't know what I'll be walking into when I get there, but the roof, long crack, that's not me. But yes, it has a copper roof. So the copper roof is being removed, and then they're re-putting another copper roof on, and it's going to be just an amazing property to do some photos at, to do some content at, to do some video at. So yeah, I may call in some reinforcements on that job. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I cannot
John
wait.
Medgos just got a new white pole. He'd love to try out.
Yeah. He says, "Word, Jay, I got you." As a matter of fact, he just said that. "Word, Jay, I got you."
Oh,
That's
cool.
awesome. John Trotta says,
Yeah,
anyone
cool.
interested in strength program, WCR marketing fitness coming right up. That's outstanding. I keep a belt
Jack
for
Lorraine. For Craig.
Cody says, I keep a belt for a reason. I have a ratchet belt for window cleaning just to keep it up. Team No Butt. Listen to all of these
No
honkies
butt.
with their no asses.
Not even there. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. And other news too, I'm actually breaking from the 32 size waist to the 34 size waist if I keep eating the way I've been eating. So
good for you.
I'm in the 32 with no belt. I'm 25 or 30 pounds heavier than I was this time last year when I was like, "Arr." So healthy eating, healthy living. Good
This
stuff.
time last year, we had a lot of fun though, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I was dying. I think I had like gallbladder surgery this time exactly last year or so. And then a couple days after, the day after, I went to Vegas, got to hang with you and the pals. But yeah, good to go full circle. I'm feeling a lot better now than I did last year. Obviously, I'm killing it health wise, so just got to keep that rolling.
How much time do you think we spent actually in the when we were at the convention in Vegas? How much time do you think we spent on the showroom floor?
The showroom floor probably
were we there 3 or 4 days, 4 or 5 days, something like that? Okay.
Probably 1 to 2 hours, 2 hours maybe.
Oh, but it was so lovely and so much fun. Oh
yes.
man.
Well, there's a lot of people, a lot of banging around.
Yeah, there was so much to see there, so much to do, so much walking around. Yeah. Magdos, nothing like that, buddy. That's hilarious. He says 32 down from a 44.
Hot dog. That's good.
Damien's in the house. Good to see you, Damien. Yeah. So are you planning on packing anything special for this event?
Well, I always joke, do I want to bring outfits and shit like that and just be flamboyant and funny and just walk around like hyping people up? But there's a lot of nerves you got to get if you're going to dress up like a macho man, Randy Savage, and go wandering around a convention full of your peers. So I may not do that. I'd rather get the ha-has and not the laugh at you type deals. But I have some ideas, some thoughts and plans. We're going to be talking to a lot of guys, doing a lot of interviews and stuff, going live from the floor. But as far as packing stuff, I might make an appearance as Garth Elgar, to keep it real. But
that'd be cool.
Just be nice and mellow. I'd love to hang out with the guys, share some stories, and just network. That's what it's all about. So might be traveling light, just with a nice roller bag and a backpack instead of a check bag with 2 pairs of pants, 5 pairs of shoes, etc. So we'll see. Are you coming light or are you coming heavy?
I'll probably. So I typically bring multiple pair of shoes and a bunch of dumb shit and extra clothes that I don't wear. I probably will. I will be bringing a suit again, like I did last year for the IWCA. I brought the suit last year because we were in Vegas, and I was like, "Fuck it, who knows if we're going to end up at a show or who knows what's going to happen? Let's get dressed up."
Dapper. Yeah, if we win $10,000, we're going to eat lobster.
Yeah. Well, not only that, plus Sorbo was going to be there, and I knew he always rocked a suit, and it was like, dude, if he gets to rock a suit or a tux, why can't I? And it actually turned out to be pretty dope because while I was wearing my suit, I was receiving my Sorbo, my MAGA Sorbo from him, and he's telling me nice suit, and then they recorded it, and it ended up in a Sorbo promo, which was really cool for me personally. I thought it was a lot of fun, but just the memory of hearing him tell me like, "You're looking good, bro. Nice suit." That will live on in my memory forever. So that will be one that I'll keep for a long time.
Oh shit. My brother Eric, we were at an airport. This is back before 9/11. We were at an airport, and Reverend Al Sharpton was on his phone and just like walking around in a circle, just watching everybody. My brother goes up to goes, "Hey, Al, you suck, and just kept walking. And Al Sharpton goes, huh? Like, he acknowledged it. I'm like, oh, that was neat. So it's just one of those, you get to live out your dream or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that this sounds really kind of corny or whatever, but I've mentioned this before. I had goals of meeting certain people in the industry. And it was Richie Blue was at the top of my list. And I actually texted him yesterday and asked him how he was doing, if he was ready for the show, and just wanted to remind him how awesome it is that he's going to be there, because it means a lot to guys like me, guys like you, guys and gals that are in the chat that use his product and gear all the time. To get to know and get to meet the guys that are behind the innovations that make our job and our life easier every day is a big deal. So I know sometimes some of these cats don't want to come out and say, hey, but when they do, it's a big deal. So that's like the whole thing. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was going to mean to me to meet Mr. Sorbo until we did. And then we, earlier in the morning, he was out having coffee with us. That was big time. And again, it's like those memories that you and I will never, until we get seen.
You can't get them unless you're there. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have those for the rest of our life. So it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I like the memories I'm going to have. Old and senile will be knocking off like old jingles from commercials, like hills are where the toys are, stupid shit like shut up, Mark. It's like, just singing off stupid internet memes and whatever, like 6, 7, 6, quiet in there. We're giving you the Thorzine, I just can't wait.
Start dropping a Toys R Us song. I don't want to grow up. Yeah. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Eric says he tells me wear the suit for sure. He goes, I go into Walmart in a tux sometimes and people treat me better.
Heck yeah.
Like Tanner says we should,
or the organic.
Tanner says we should rock the tuxedo the entire time. I don't own a tux, but I do have a couple pretty sharp suits. Yeah, that'll be fun.
We should get the rental suits from Dumb and Dumber, the blue and the orange, when they show up to the ball with the sticks.
That would be amazing. I don't know where we could find those, but
we could find those at HalloweenCostumes.com. They've got them on sale right now for $59 a piece.
Listen to you. You already did the research, motherfucker.
No, I just know they exist. It's on my peripherals. If I ever win the lotto, I'm going full costume every day. Somebody new. Just kidding.
Oh, that's outstanding. Hey, so another thing I wanted to put out there too. I guess there's like a laser tag place right around the corner from there too. It's been brought to my attention that laser for some people. It's not just laser tag, but it's like an adult, like Dave and Buster's or whatever.
Yeah, main event gaming.
Cool. Yeah, main event. I think actually it is a main event. So if anybody's interested in that, put it in the thread. Frank Rave, I know you're killing it in a tuxedo. But yeah, if anybody wants to do a get together, maybe that main event might be a spot to hang, grab a couple of beverages, get a little loose, and then go shoot each other with laser guns.
Just dance.
Yeah. John Trotta said he's in for some golf. If anybody wants golf, that's definitely something you can do in Florida. John, if you'll want to reach out to John Lee for sure, and Austin Grubbs for sure. Those two cats love to swing the sticks. Not sure if they will have time to do it, but maybe if you catch them before the show opens. If memory serves me correctly, I know that they have gone in on trips past. It's usually either a super early morning one or a late afternoon one. But John, if you're trying to get your swinging, bring your sticks and get with John Lee and Austin Grubbs, because I know those cats love to swing.
Yeah, so, I'm actually going to.
And I don't mean that in the weird way, in the upside down pineapple way.
Yeah. Strange, but yeah, I'm going to main event this Sunday for my son's birthday party, so I'll have my own player's card, get all jacked up.
Yeah, modified pole and Craig says he's going to be bringing his Tucker. Do you remember the big fat the gold original Tucker water-fed pole he has that he converted
Yeah.
into a golf putter.
See, it's in his office.
He'll be bringing that if anybody wants to take a spin with that. That'll be fun. Laser guns in tuxedos. That might be actually pretty fun.
Maybe that's what I should drop Macho D's then. Try to get me in the laser.
Yeah. And Nick Anderson says, we'll be lasering. I don't know, man. That's up to you guys. I am trying to I'm doing my best. This is horrible. I don't want to commit to anything other than what I've committed to already, which is the coffee and donuts. And that's pretty much it. I am
you got a dinner Friday too, buddy.
So I do have a dinner Friday night, but that's all I'm committing to. What I've learned about myself over the last 3 or 4 years is that when I'm traveling, sometimes things happen and I don't want to do certain things. And if I haven't made a commitment to do certain things, then I don't have to fucking do them. It's a great thing about being me and being you. If you don't commit to something, you don't have to do it. So I'm going to do my best to not commit to anything so that way, if something comes up and I want to do something, great. And if I don't, then I can just sit and hang out. So,
I don't want to do this.
Yep. I don't want to. And not that I wouldn't want to go lasering, but who knows? Who knows? But it is definitely an option. Magdos, enjoy the rest of your day. Laser tag would be pretty fun. And Grace, she's never done it before. It would be pretty dope. I have a feeling that Grace would be quite the sniper. I have a feeling that she's probably got lots of energy, got lots of stamina, and is probably sneaky with a gun. So
it's funny you mentioned sniper because when I was a kid, we had laser tag stores, and one of my first laser tag experience, I got like a plastic card that you print out. My name on the leaderboard was Sniper, but it was with 2 P's, so it was SNIPPER. I was like 7.
Snipper?
So I was Snipper, not Sniper. I was Snipper. So she'd be a great snipper.
Oh, Jake Van was talking about paintball now too, man. I don't want anybody to go back to the convention all welted up and bruises all over their body.
Yeah, I played paintball as a kid growing up for a couple of years, and that shit it'll light you up if you're close enough.
Yeah, I'm not down with getting blasted.
Face mask and a t-shirt. It's all you need. Get some.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Ain't gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
My stepfather and I years ago did like a one-on-one paintball thing in the woods, and as he was like running towards me, I fired a couple shots and it went around a tree and hit him right in the ween. So I always have that memory. You know, shooting your stepfather in the privates with a paintball gun that went around a tree. Like that's cool. That's cool.
So Frank said he was laser tagging last week. I wonder he would make a pretty easy target. I mean, that dude's 6'5".
Very tall.
Yeah. Big old frame. Bust him.
You could just like shoot over the top of stuff. Wouldn't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying too. Like I could see Grace being quite a sniper and being pretty good at it, being sneaky fast and running around corners and hiding. And yeah, I think size does help in for something like that. What do you got on the agenda for the week?
Mysteries. Well, the week, I've got 2 gutter cleanings. I think one tomorrow, one Thursday. I've got one window cleaning on Friday. So I've only got 3 jobs like in stone this week. Well, I got 4 now. Guy sent an email last night. So I sent him an estimate this morning. He just wrote back, approved. Let's do it today or tomorrow. So I'm like, shit, yeah. So today I'm going to load up the trailer, the water-fed pole stuff, and I'm going to go to one street over in my neighborhood and go clean, wash the guy's house, blow off the gutters and stuff, and then clean his exterior windows. He gets inside and outside windows done every time about this year, but he's foregoing the inside windows, but wants to add a house wash and gutters instead. So it's still a pretty good ticket. So not complaining about that, but we've got great weather. I mean, right now it's a little chilly. It's 60 degrees, but high of 80 today. So I'm in my jeans and sweatshirt and stuff. So I'll be going to get dressed and getting some shorts on and just kicking it. This time of year, end of December, January and February are my slowest months. So right now I'm really feeling the crunch because I'm getting kind of behind in the bills. Everything's starting to stack up. So I'm like, oh shit. So I've been reaching out, a couple customers every couple of days with texts like, hey, it's been a year since your gutter cleaning. It's been a year since your window cleaning. So I've been getting some drips of people like, hey, yeah, let's do it. Or, hey, it's not about time yet, but do you also, clean driveways? Do you do gutter, so it's neat. I'm trying to stay busy, trying to get it going. There are just seasons in this business. I mean, if I were to drop $800 in Facebook ads and stuff, I'm sure I'd get a couple leads and probably get busier. But that's not really my jam, just because I've had the bad experience of throwing $70 on a Facebook ad and then watching it trickle down and get customers like, hey, how much? And then I answer and they just ghost you and stuff. So I'm very leery on spending that way. I do have, like I said, a handful of door hangers left. So I've been doing 5 rounds my last couple jobs. But yeah, so right now I'm just crossing my fingers because, like I said, I'm a little behind on work. Really need to get busy, and I've got 7 or 8 days until I fly the F out of here to Orlando. So I've really got to make the best out of these next couple work days and just get busy and stay busy, because I'll be stressing out in Orlando if I'm still behind.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you listen. I'm glad that you brought that up. Right. I know that this time of year is tough on some people. And it is tight, especially if you've gone through, just had a huge snowstorm and your bills are stacking up. It can be unnerving to walk away from your business and your family for a few days, to go spend money when the money isn't coming in. But I know it is. That's how it is for me in August. I fucking freaked the fuck out. Straight up. Like, and then last year too, I went through the family issues. I was freaking out there. But I do want to remind people, if you've already put forth the effort and got your tickets, got the room, everything will work out. The higher, whatever it is that you believe in, higher powers, faith, God, whatever, the vibes, the energy, it'll work out. Everyone in this room, in this chat, is good people. Good things happen to good people. It will work out. It's okay to stress. Once you get there, a lot of that stress hopefully will be alleviated. Once you get amongst your peeps, it's going to be a hoot. You're going to have one of the better times of your life, especially when it comes to business related functions. I can't think of a better way to hang with your people and to get to know more people in the industry than events like this. So stay tuned, buckle up. It'll be a fun ride. It may be a little bit scary at first, to, like I said, to dip out on your family for a couple of days, but we will get through it. And when you get home, you're gonna feel more energized. You're gonna have more energy. And this, I know you can agree with, right, Deeds? You're gonna feel that flow inside your body. You're gonna want to go out and do more in your business. So remember, it's okay to feel a little anxious. It's okay to feel a little stressed out before these events. Trust me, I've been there. I feel that all the time. And if you guys want somebody to talk to too, you could reach out to myself. You could reach out to Mark. We have been there. We have felt those types of feelings. We may even be feeling them, as Mark just mentioned right now. It's something's going on in his head too. So if you guys are stressed a little bit, don't hesitate to reach out to us personally. Mark and I are both here for you as friends, as guys that host the show, but as also guys who have been to these events before. If you have any questions, we're here to help. So that's what I got to say about that.
Well, I'm really positive. I think this week will be great. We've got great weather in Houston. I've got leads or customers trickling in and responding to emails that I've sent. So I think we'll be all right. It's just one of those pre-nervousness jitters. January, February, everything's on like auto draft, and I always forget I bought my insurance this month. Car insurance for the business insurance. So a lot of those, I get a lot of those fun emails in the slowest time of the year saying, hey, your thing is renewing auto, pending. It's like, oh shit, I forgot about that. So it's just one of those hurry up and panic. But I think, with God, he'll provide. We'll be fine.
I think so. I'm going to talk about something that you and I talked about off air. And that's my circumstances in general. How I look at things is, for me personally, God has always provided for me. I'm going into my in April, it will be my 7th year of no drink. And I've heard magic stories about what happens in your 7th year. I've also heard some horror stories about guys going off the deep end. But I also feel like right now that God's already shown me over these last years that I'm always going to be provided for. I'm being looked out for, and I'm never going to be given more than I need, and I'm never going to be given less than I need. I'll always I have this feeling that I'm just going to always be hovering in that, for me at least. I know other people have higher goals and aspirations. And it's not that I don't have high goals and aspirations. Don't get it twisted. I just know that with more things, more money, more income, more possessions, sometimes just comes more problems, more headaches, more this and that. And to be honest, I'm pretty content with what I got popping right now.
Nice.
So I don't know. We do have, so Billy's out on a big gig as we speak right now. He's doing a nice
cool
2-story inside and out. I'm going to go tackle a couple of single story in and outs today. Tomorrow, let's see what's on the agenda for tomorrow. We got a in and out that's already been paid for. This week we got, Wednesday we got a couple in and outs. Thursday, 2 big jobs. Friday, Billy's out on the west side tackling 2 commercials, and then I'm way east. I'm out in Fountain Hills. I'll be tackling a job. So we're on the glass 5 days this week. A lot of times we're in separate locations, which means better coin. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good week, and nothing could be better than.
I was gonna say, do some of those names that you work at, like Fountain Hills, they sound like Sonic the Hedgehog board courses, like Fountain Hills, Rainbow Falls, like all those.
Fountain Hills is it used to be like a senior community. It kind of still is, but it's not like a Sun City. I don't know so we have Sun City, Sun City West,
55 and older.
Yeah, it's not. It's Sun City and Sun City West and Sun City Grand. They're 55 and over, but Fountain Hills isn't. But that's what it used to be. The incomes there, though, are substantially higher than certain areas in the valley. So when you go out there, you're usually going to be doing something decent. It's a single story house that they just expanded from 1,800 to 2,800 square feet. I have yet to see it on site, but I'm going to be doing it for a contractor that I've done work for in the past. I don't have to even give them a price. I just go there. I'll take a view the first time, tell him the number, and he'll, once it's done, he'll cut the check. So that's the way that's the kind of clients that you want, right?
Yep. I've got a concrete cleaning client like that. He does a lot of remodeling, but he only sends me all these concrete stains on this brand new concrete that I physically don't want to touch because of liability and effing things up. So I've had to turn him away the past 2 times because customer got like a wood stain on a brand new concrete. And I'm like, there's ways to get rid of it, but I'm not going to touch it with a pressure wand or any chems because I don't want to leave any salts or anything on it's complications. So some contractors can be great, but this guy's wanting like a cleanup crew type deal. So I've got to provide my worth and value, but not put myself in liabilities. That's it. Tricky.
Yeah. Liability is no fun.
Liabilities. Yeah. You can't take every job. But yeah, today, speaking of jobs, I'll be using the sill brush. I'll be knocking this out. He gets his windows cleaned every year, so he's not doing inside outside today. So I booked him for a basic water-fed pull on the outside because it can't be that dirty. It never usually is. But I'll be able to clean the sills out and do some heavy rinsing to give a little extra how's your father with the water-fed pull. So again, sill brush is my new favorite. I'm a huge fan of boar's hair, but for what I saw on the job, nose to glass the other day, dealing with really, really dirty French panes with like algae and shit caked on, this thing was the cat's ass for taking it all off. And only 9 seconds a window. Pretty good scrubbing, pretty good rinsing. I'm also a rinse bar type of guy. So I broke mine last week, had to reorder another one. So I'll be bringing both heads. But I'm pretty certain I'm really going to start liking this sill brush for how it works. So good stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It is great stuff. And it is going to be a wonderful week. I know that while you're out there, banging and slanging, you're going to end up picking up some more work, which is going to help. It's going to be more motivation. It's going to alleviate some of that stress. It's going to put you in a great mood. It's going to put the boss in a good mood too. And when she's in a good mood, you're in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. The kids are in a good mood. We're all in a good mood.
The dog's in a good mood. And I don't even have a dog. But no, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good week. This customer I'm at, I've actually cleaned his next door neighbor twice now. So it's one of those, hey, I see you're working over there. So I've done his gutters. I did his house wash, driveway, and all that crap to get his house ready for Thanksgiving earlier this year. So yeah, knocking out the neighbors. He's on a pretty good street. And I'm going to get just a lot of footage because, like I said, this time of year is a little slow. So now that I've got a large job lined up, it's always good to bring the cameras and just film yourself, get that B-roll, get that time condensed footage. So I'm a big proponent of like the time lapse. So I'll just set it up. It'll take a picture every 10 seconds. So maybe I'll do that today where I set it up.
So I set up a time lapse video that I was going to do on a house job last week. The backside of this house, and it had a shit ton of screens. And I broke out the machine to do some, which I don't do very often. This client gets her screens done once a year. So I figured, oh, this would be a great time. So I set it up, and I'm, Billy's climbing the ladder, handing me screens down, and I'm doing the spin deal. And then Zane called, and I don't want to miss his call because I love Zane. So I answer the call, so it stops my filming, and then I forget to turn the thing back on. But it is what it is. So
I've had that. I've had that on a wood deck cleaning video where I had to meticulously clean a deck, and then halfway through it, a spam call, somebody called and kicked the recording off. It's like, damn it, that would have been sweet. Got a lot of footage, but that ruined it. But yeah, excuse me. Taking the footage, posting to Google, Facebook, Nextdoor. This time of year, everybody's kind of slow, but you need to let everyone know you're in business. So I just started reading My Average Sucks book again.
Yeah.
By Michael Burnoff. He does that stuff. And basically the compilation of your life is all based on your actions. Like you were talking earlier, how we're both creatures of habit and we like everything, not to go too crazy or too whatever. We like it nice and balanced and whatever. But that's the accumulation of our averages is how much work we put in. So what I've got to do is I've got to do 3 times the amount of things I have been doing. For example, Google posting, or I'll only post on Nextdoor maybe once a week, but now I've got to kick it up to 2 or 3 times a week. So I've got to increase my average of doing things to help the business to increase the average number of tickets, leads, and stuff. So the more you do, the more you can get. So I have to do a lot more on my business. The last couple of months, we have this awesome podcast going, and I have been putting a lot of my life and myself into the podcast to make sure it's going smoothly, getting everything set up. But I have been kind of neglecting the Mr. Deeds part of my life. So in a sec. So I need to basically get a mental picture of where I'm at with Deeds and then crank up the juice a couple points and just get full sailing ahead. Because I'd love to be exhausted, tired from work right now, but it is slow. So I've got to increase everything I'm doing because everything I'm doing isn't good enough for what I need to be. So just got to increase, the touches, increase the leads, increase everything. So full scale, full steam ahead, guys. Spring is here in a month or so. For here in Houston, like I said, high today is going to be 80 degrees, 57 right now. So there's no reason not to be working. You just have to find the customers to pay you to do the work. So my whole thing is I'm standing in the lifeboat in the middle of the ocean saying, I can clean your windows, I can clean your gutters, but nobody can hear or see me. So I need to increase the size of my raft, get some flares, get a freaking ham radio in that bitch, and start letting people know that I need some saving. I'm in a life raft here. So if that's what you're working on with your business, if you haven't posted Google My Photos, if you haven't posted on Nextdoor, if you're in a funk or if you've just fallen off, start to remembering the things you were doing that made you money.
They got you there.
Facebook Reels got you there. I've been doing this. Will be my 7th year or so, and first couple of years it was part time. Then I did it full time. Then I jumped to part time. Now I'm full time again, and I haven't. It's been almost since July. And I still haven't really kicked into full gear, put my big boy pants on. So I've got to battle down. I've got to get serious because this year is going to be the year of getting out of debt. So I've got a ton of credit cards that are max the fuck out. So I've got to make sure that I got to start chipping it away. That's number one this year. Because if I can knock all the credit card debt out this year, and then I can realize what it's like to live life without making credit card payments and being really happy, I'd like to experience that. So, I've got 3 kids, married, my wife she's doing part-time as a sub for teaching at my son's preschool thing, kindergarten. So she's kind of doing a part-time job now. And, I just need to get busy, stay busy. Cause we're all professionals. I can clean a window, like as good as the rest of them. I can clean gutters. It's just a matter of letting the people know what you do. So
correct.
Just got to do that. So,
so real quick, I want to let you know, Cody Smith, you use the silk brush on the whole window, or do you switch another brush as well?
Whole window. And I used it on one job, and it was all French panes. There was no, large, 4x4 pane or anything like that. But this guy, like I said, the French pane is here and here, so it's able to get in the middle, or even like this way. And these bad boys on the top and bottom and the sides, they scrub and get the very corners of the French windows. Because if you're doing it by hand and you're just closing them out, all the cut-ups, you've got the white film of crap.
And as long as you rinse it really well, it works perfectly.
Rinse. And I used this on, it was all French panes, and they had like a 6/6, and then they had like the 5 on top and the half moon. After the cleaning, the customer said, well, there's still a little shit up there. Can you look? So I actually got out my ladder and laddered up to the second story to look at her French panes. And it was the oxidization. It was the milk. So basically I took a surgical towel and I just washed it by that. And then I went back over everything with this bad boy and did an extra rinse. I always love, and I've been using the rinse bar with the boar's hair brush, not synthetic, but the boar's hair. And I just love how it cascades and rinses everything. So I've been away from pencil jets for a year or so, but with the pencils, I'm enjoying it because I use the high flow hose. I get a lot of volume out there. But I'm a huge fan because here in Houston, we have a lot of screens, and behind the screens, there's a lot of shit because technically a lot of my customers probably don't clean the windows a lot, but there's a lot of built up film and a lot of like lizard shit. There's dead bugs. There's stuff behind the windows. So after the screens are out and I'm looking at the bottom, a majority of my customers could use a brush, or they could use what I'll do sometimes on like a basic wash is, depending if it's 1-story, 2-story, I'll walk around, take the screens out and have a brush in my pocket, and then hit the brush. Then I'll walk around and I'll take my blower and then I'll just blow the whole window, walk around the house, do all 20 windows or 15 just to get rid of the cobwebs and the shit around the corners. And then if it's really nasty, I'll walk around with a hose and just kind of like spray the window to get rid of the chunky debris and stuff. But I use this guy without any rinsing, or I left all the chunky debris on the window, and this thing took away everything and rinse. So I'm impressed is what I'm saying. So this is something that I'm going to use, and there's no French panes on the customer today. That's why I'm bringing both. So I'm going to do, the 3-foot by 2-foot windows, the large windows with the seal brush, and just see how it sits on the glass, how it cleans basically. So I'm going to bring the boar's hair with the rinse bar, just as a once over, just in case it sucks, if you will. But I don't think it will, because it's got the bristles, it's got the contact, and nylon. And I've got a lot of nylon brushes, but I don't use them because here in Houston, the boar's hair is just so meaty and will grab and pull the shit off the window. So I'm giving it a chance, but they've got the heavier duty side brushes and inside here that really grab and take shit away. So I'll report to you guys on Wednesday how it works out today.
That'll be dope. Wednesday. The man.
Yes. Who do we have on Wednesday? Speaking of Wednesday.
Yeah, the OG, Mr. Jersey Josh Cronin is going to step in. Josh, Jersey Josh show, going to tell us what we need to know about, I want to know what he's bringing. If there's any goodies that are coming out, aren't already aware of, they're going to be running any specials, and he'll probably tell us, you're going to have to wait and see. But, it's our job to ask those questions. So,
finger on
quick,
the pulse.
We got to, right? That's kind of why I went to that thing this weekend too. Like, if there's going to be a meet and greet or like a hangout, window cleaners for the state of Arizona, I feel like I should have kind of been there. Not many people showed up. It ended up being me and just Jason, but at least I got a chance and an opportunity to visit with that guy, and got a real good chance to just have solid conversation one-on-one. And I think sometimes that's important. So it was a good time. Cool. Jersey, WCR Nation, the window cleaning podcast. Jersey will be in the building on Wednesday. Let's go ahead and tag that cat, because he sometimes needs a little reminder of where to be on certain days. Not really. He knows what he's doing, but I figure if I tag him at least that way, he'll be sure to remember that it's coming up. So Deeds, it's about time for us to wrap this bad boy up. What was spot on? Oh yeah. Adam says that was spot on. I'm not sure what it was, but I guess it was spot on. And now I'm about to go. Now I'm about to go get some spots off, do some window cleaning, and take care of some business. Yeah, I got get that spot off. Gonna go take care of some business, have some fun today. Deeds, go out and kick some ass and take some names, doing what you do best. And what do you always tell? You actually no. Let's do this.
Hold on. Let's do it.
There you go.
I'm gonna try this morning. This is the Craig Hensel experience. This is the
nice.
The Zero Light Brush. And I'm realizing today this is a one-story house I'm doing that doesn't have any cut-ups, any like half moons above the window. So I actually can reach out and touch. So I'll be using this on some of the stuff today. I'll let you guys know how this guy works. So multiple brush reviews today.
Dude, how is Adam so smart and so young? Like, I know some of us just don't get that idea. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah, we gotta take it slow and easy, baby, slow and steady, and that's the way we roll. So who you want to give some shout outs to today?
Shout out to Kylie. Thanks for everything she's doing behind the scenes. We appreciate her. Thank you to you, Jason. Again, I can't wait to see you. I'll see you in a week's time or so. Thank you to everybody for watching in the mornings, keeping it real. Like I said, two baked potatoes, just talking the industry, hopefully getting words of inspiration and helping you guys relate with some struggles that you're having. I'm an open book. So like I said, I'm going through some shit right now. But it can be resolved with a simple phone call and some positive quotes, some estimates. So should be good to go. And I can't wait to see everybody who's making it out to the IWCA Elevate Conference. Thank you to Zero, Chris, Alex, everybody at WCR Jersey. We'll see you Wednesday. And yeah, thanks everybody. Make it a great week. Go out and knock on doors, put out some hangers, get the business up if you can.
Hell yeah. Deeds, I want to say thank you to you. Being honest with what's going on in your mind, sharing, it's important that we do that. I feel like that's we built this whole thing on honesty and openness. And if we don't let people know what we're going through too, then they won't feel that it's okay to share with us in their time of need. So if you're letting people know what's going on, I appreciate you. It shows that you're human. It shows that you believe in what we do. And it shows that you're a good dude. We are here for you guys. If you're going through anything as well, that's what this show is all about. As Deed said, we want to say thank you to our sponsors, legit as they come, straight up, Zero, WCR, Sorbo. Thank you for all you do for us and allowing us to get the word out to our friends and our loved ones in the window washing, power washing, gutter cleaning, Christmas light hanging community, the home service industry. We want to say thank you. Thank you to the folks in Pro Window Cleaning Group for letting us post there. And yeah, man, just thanks for all you cats and kittens for showing up every morning, man. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 Eastern. So we're going to be popping in on Wednesday with our pal Jersey Josh. Stay tuned. Well, more news. That's pretty much it. What do you always tell him?
Fuck Carol Baskins. You're like, you cut cats and kittens. The cats and kittens. Remember the Tiger King? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, change your rubbers, guys.
Change your rubbers. And if your passion bucket's not full, I get it. It's only Monday. It's super early. By Friday, we hope that passion bucket's full and overflowing. Check us out Wednesday. Check us out Friday. We'll check you guys on the flip side. Peace out, y'all. Stay
out, guys. Still brush. Get it. Try it.
Get it.
Love it.